What a day for Jose Altuve and the Houston Astros. So last night, the Astros announced that they had signed their franchise icon, Jose Altuve, to a 5-year extension to essentially wrap him up for the rest of his major league career and ensure that he will stay with the Houston Astros. Biggest move of the offseason, at least to this point, aside from the Josh Hader signing. But, for the time being, the face of the franchise of the Houston Astros is going to stay Houston Astro. And coincidentally, I am recording this on February 7th, which has been officially proclaimed by Houston Mayor John Whitmire as Jose Altuve Day. And that is just super, super nice. It's not only is it just a super nice gesture, but secondly, if you look at the date of 2/7 or February 7th and basically remove the slash in it, if you will, you'll notice that it actually is Altuve's number. So that is also very cool. But man, was I so excited to see my phone go nuts with multiple notifications from Major League, from the MLB app, from Twitter, pretty much every social media source that I'm subscribed to, which is admittedly quite a bit, was announcing this, and my whole feed was going nuts. So I was so excited to be seeing that. So again, that's the first big contract that the Astros have handled this offseason to this point. Obviously, there's still a couple that they need to get done, one of which is being Alex Bregman, which Jim Crane did quote that he would be reaching out to him, or I guess start talking with him at some point. Hopefully it's going to be this season. I doubt it'll be any time before spring training starts. But, at the very least, he is still going to be playing this year. So, I guess as fans, we can't ask for much more than that. So, but yeah, in my opinion, like I said, this was one of the biggest priorities that the Astros had to get done this offseason. In addition, of course, like I said, to getting some bullpen help from Josh Hader, seeing that Framber Valdez was the only lefty pitcher in the entire Astros pitching roster prior to this. Especially if you kind of consider the fact that that this very bolstered Astros bullpen lost 3 key pieces that helped them lead to their second World Series championship in 2022. So, this would hopefully bolster that a little bit, and, seeing that we didn't re-sign any of those guys. But going back to Altuve, here are a couple of achievements that I personally would like to see him get over the course of these final 6 years. First being, this one might be likely to happen at some point, but personally, I think I want to see Altuve in an All-Star game. Ever since the cheating scandal, he has yet to be named to an All-Star game, which, if you ask me, kind of is justifiable, but at the same time, the cheating scandal was like 6 years ago. He's going to be an Astro for the rest of his career, so, you're going to have to get him in at some point. The second thing is reaching 3,000 hits. As of when I am recording this video, I believe I'm going to have to look up the exact number on Twitter, because I did see it on there. But Altuve, as of when I'm recording this video, I believe is exactly 950 hits away from 3,000 hits. I think that's probably not as realistic, but at least 900, at least that amount is what he needs to reach 3,000. He would have to have a bit of luck be on his side for him to at least get somewhat close to that. Again, we'll see what happens. Number 3. And this one might seem pretty obvious, is reach 30 postseason home runs. Again, I see him easily reaching this because he only needs 2 to tie Manny Ramirez for most all time. Unless he has a postseason similar to what he had in 2022, then, I think this one should be a no-brainer. The second one, of course, is win another MVP. Currently, Altuve has one of those to his name. He also has 3 AL batting titles, so I would hope he would be able to add a 4th, or I think he might actually have 4 already, but hopefully he'll be able to add a 5th one to his trophy case at some point. But going to a possible MVP season, of course, a lot of people were saying that Aaron Judge should have won it in 2017 over him that year. But, really the only reason they're saying that is just because he basically cheated. But, no one found out about it. But regardless of which way you look at it, this little freak's going to be winning another MVP award that haters aren't going to be able to chew him out on. And then the 5th and final achievement that I would like to see Altuve do is win a home run derby title. I don't know if he would want to participate in the home run derby because he hasn't got many invitations for it in the past. But the Astros have gotten a lot of different kinds of awards and have a big franchise trophy case with 2 World Series trophies and 4 AL pennants. But among all those trophies, no Astros player in the history of the franchise has won a home run derby title. I mean, in terms of recent years, Alex Bregman was was the last Astro to appear in a home run derby, and he gave it a shot in 2018. But unfortunately, he did face a pretty early first round exit, I believe, to Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I mean, I guess part of that is because the All-Star festivities that year were taking place in Cleveland. And one of the downsides with Cleveland, and this is also the case with Minute Maid, is that for a home run derby competition, righties are at a big disadvantage because left field in Cleveland has that super high left field wall that hangs like underneath the jumbotron. It's kind of similar to the Crawford boxes here in Minute Maid Park. But, I mean, in Cleveland, I think supposedly that wall is a lot taller. So, righties and that ballpark in particular are at a big disadvantage. Now, compare that to some places like, say, Dodger Stadium, where basically the outfield walls are basically level. So, I mean, in a way, it levels the playing field a lot more. So, in a way, I think I think he was kind of at a disadvantage, like I just said. But in terms of who's been closest overall, Lance Berkman was the closest that any Astro player has come like at all, and that was in 2004 when coincidentally the All-Star festivities were actually in Houston. But Lance Berkman made it all the way to the finals before he lost to Miguel Tejeda, who was playing for the Baltimore Orioles at that time. But I'm not going to bore you guys with too many details. Like I said, I want to see him or possibly even some other player on this current roster to win a home run derby title. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. Like I said, I'm going to be posting a lot more content related to the Astros, and this is the first of maybe a couple videos that you guys will be seeing this offseason, and hopefully most of several that I'm going to be sharing you guys. So I'll be, hopefully sharing you guys like with news behind the scenes like this, game recaps, live fan reactions, and a whole lot more. Number 27, the clubhouse is all yours. Thank you guys again for watching, like I said, and I'll see you guys later.